everybody, welcome back to Kacy's Kitchen here at Boots and Bounty Homestead. Remember the other day we went out, we picked a whole bunch of radishes. Well, today's the day that we're going to start doing some different recipes. I want to share with you 4 or 5 different ways you can eat radishes, but of course there's always Pinterest and you can go on there and find all kinds of ways to eat them. First of all, we need to get God's goodness off of here, which is called dirt. So we're going to go through here and cut the greens off. Now you can save the greens and eat those in salads, or you can throw them in stock pots, or you can put them in soups with other turnip greens or mustard greens, or even kale. You can boil them and heat them with kale if you'd like. Some people like the radish greens by themselves. Then we're going to cut off this root part. So we're going to cut off the tops and cut off the root where we're only left, or the taproot right down here, where we're only left with the main root vegetable, which is the radish. So I'm going to go through here and get all these done, and I'll be right back with you. Also wanted to show you guys, I saved the greens on these radishes here, and I'm going to go out tomorrow and pick some kale, and I may go ahead and can up some greens just so I can have them later. You can eat those straight, just warmed up, or you can put them in soups and salads. And we're back. We are sizzling them up. They do get a little translucent as you cook them. Been probably about 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put our salt and pepper. You can just do this to taste. And our thyme, probably about, I do about a teaspoon. And this is dried fresh herbs, so I don't break the leaves until I get ready to use them. And that's when the fragrance and the oils and everything are released. So now we're just going to watch these and cook them until they're lightly golden brown. And you'll start to see them changing. I can see some of them around the edges are starting to turn. But we'll just keep them stirred. They look good. Alright, see they're getting a little brown. And you can cook them to your preference. I'm going to go ahead and say these are done. I'm going to let them kind of let the temperature go down with the eye. And then I'll bring it back and we'll plate them up. There you go, guys. Beautiful, salted and peppered thyme radishes. Quick saute skillet. There you have it, guys. One recipe down. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so moving right along with another radish recipe. This one's going to be for roasted radishes. This is, whenever I posted the radish video, I got a lot of comments back, you know, we love roasted radishes, that's our favorite, and over and over and over. So I wanted to try this, because like I said, we don't eat a whole lot of radishes. This is my first time growing them. So we're going to try this. The recipe calls for radishes. You can quarter them, you can cut them in half, you can slice them, whatever your preference is. So I've already got a few cut up. I'm going to cut up a few more. Some of the bigger ones I'm going to go ahead and quarter. Some of the smaller ones I'll just cut in half. And we'll just see how we like these. Now I'm doing all three varieties that I picked the other day. And we'll see if there's any taste difference. Some of the supplies for this recipe, I've already got some cut up here. The supplies for the recipe, we're going to lightly coat these in any kind of oil that you want to. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. And then any kind of seasonings you want to go on here. Now you can also add some minced garlic, but they recommend adding that about the last 5 minutes because garlic will burn. You can put some garlic powder on here, onion powder, any kind of herbs that you want, and of course salt and pepper. You can leave it plain, or you can do different batches to just kind of see what you like. You can do some plain and then some that have a little flavor and herbs and stuff on there. Alright, so let's get the oil out and go ahead and give these a good coating. Alright, got the oil right here. I'm not going to put too much, maybe about a tablespoon. Give these a good coating. And let's get a cookie sheet out so we can get these spread out on the cookie sheet. So here's our cookie sheet. I'm going to go ahead and put some aluminum foil on here just for easy cleanup. Okay. Let's put a little salt and pepper on here. And I really like that thyme that we put on the sauteed radishes. That was really good. And I'm going to put a little garlic powder on this. See how we like that. Keep it simple. And throw them on the floor. Alright. Pour these out. Like I said, I'm not doing much. Just enough for us to kind of see what they're going to taste like. Oven's ready. In they go. Alright, so those are going to go in the preheated oven. I said 400, I meant 425. 425 for 20 to 25 minutes. And you have to stir them every 10 minutes so that way they can evenly brown. So keep a close eye on them. We'll see you back in a minute. Alright, so we moved over here to the stove. Got a saucepan, like a 1.5 2-quart saucepan. To it we've added 3/4 cup of water, 3/4 cup of vinegar of your choice, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This needs to be either the pink or the sea salt. Nothing that is iodized. And to this we're going to add 3 tablespoons of honey. And this is local honey from one of my friends. And an easy way to get honey out of a container, like whenever you're cooking, is to spray it. Spray it with Pam or non-cooking spray, and it'll come right out. Okay, I gotta brag. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. But it is so good. So thank you, friends. Alright, we're gonna stir this up. This is all you're gonna add to this. Leave the garlic out. We're going to let that warm up slowly, and we'll clean up a little bit in the meantime. Alright, with that heating up over there, we're going to go ahead and cut up 2 cloves of garlic. And this is just going to be kind of quartered, or you can slice it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going in the pickles for flavor. I'm just going to do like 1/4 inch slices. This is garlic that I did grow this year. Alright, let's go back over here and try this. So one thing that I've learned when doing pickles is that if you want to keep them crisp instead of using pickle crisp, you do not want to pour hot water over them because it cooks them and it makes them mushy. So what I'm going to do with this recipe is we're going to go ahead and pack the jars with our radishes. The vinegar mixture is already warm. We just heated it to, it was right at boiling, and I cut it off. Now I'm going to let it rest about 20 minutes to cool off, but I'm going to go ahead and pack my jar with the radishes and the garlic, and that way whenever I pour the liquid on top of here, it won't cook the radishes and they won't become just soggy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just, this is a clean sterile jar. We'll go ahead and layer our pickles in here, and with pickles you do pack them pretty tight, but you still want the liquid to be able to get in between the slices and around the slices. Put all the radishes in, and then we can put the garlic on top. Look at there, that was almost perfect. Perfect. Just enough room for the garlic. We'll put the garlic on top, so whenever we do pour the water on there, that it's going to go down through the pickle slices. And I've been trying these recipes as I'm making them, and these are good. If you don't make some of this stuff with the radishes, you need to grow some first of all, and then you need to make some of these recipes. Really, really good. Because I tell you, the first one that we did with the sautéed with the butter, those taste just like potatoes. Regular potatoes. It's crazy. Try one raw and then try one cooked. You will be amazed. Alright, so we're going to let this cool off over here, and these are ready to go. I will see you back in a few minutes. It is time. And pour our vinegar mixture into our jar. Is that pretty? Alright, let's pour this in here. And we need to get like a chopstick or something. Butter knife. I got a butter knife. Good butter knife. And this just gets the air bubbles out to where the vinegar can get down in there real good. We're not canning it, so it doesn't matter about the bubbles. Because if we were canning this, we would want to debubble it. And what that does is if there's any bubbles that come out, the water fills those spaces up, and it can make your water level go down. Alright. That is it for this. There's your pickles. Now the red is going to bleed in this vinegar mixture, so it may make all your pickles look pink or orange. That's okay. Once this cools off, we're going to put a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and you can eat them as soon as 24 hours, or you can wait 3 or 4 days, however strong you like your pickle flavor. The vinegar is going to be really strong whenever you open these, so just beware. Other than that, we are done. I wanted to do one more recipe with you guys, the radish chips. But I hadn't really figured out how I want to do it yet, because there's recipes where you cook them in the oven, and then there's recipes where you dehydrate them. So I'm still looking into that. I may bring you those as I get some more radishes in. I've got this much left from what I picked out of the garden, which is almost all of them. I went out after the video the other day. I went out today and picked a lot of the rest of them out. So there's not going to be many more radishes, so now I have to replant them and let the second crop come up. But I hope you enjoyed all these radish recipes. We did the saute and butter, we did our roasted radishes, we did our radish pickles, and I hope you will go and try some of these recipes if you've never tried radishes before. Don't think that just the raw ones are the only way to eat them, because that's what I thought for a long time. I never would eat them because we always would get them cut up and put on a salad, and they were just always too spicy. I didn't like the flavor. But my favorite by far is the sauteed in butter. Those were absolutely fantastic, and they taste just like fried potatoes. So if you're not a fan of radishes, start out trying with that, and then venture out as you kind of get a taste for them and play around with some recipes. You can always go on Pinterest or YouTube and find other recipes that other people have done. I've seen cucumber radish salads. I've seen breakfast salads, breakfast toast where they use sourdough and put butter down and then just lay radishes on top. I mean, there's so many recipes as I was looking through and seeing what would be the easiest to share with you guys. These 3 that I've done tonight. So go out and venture and explore the options of the world of radishes, because it is radish season. So we'll see you guys later, and be looking for our upcoming Thanksgiving videos to get your menu started. Bye guys. See you later.